Hey Sheamus, I know you're in the hospital right now and Daddy's away, but I wanted to read to you your favorite book, Sheamus and the Horizontal Hospital. For my son Sheamus, that's you, and the many nights we have spent together at hospitals. I love you, buddy. Today is a big day. Today is a very big day. Today is the biggest of days. Because today is the day that Sheamus goes to the hospital. Sheamus lives alone with his daddy in a bright blue house. Sheamus is a lucky boy. He has a big boy bed, a truck that revs, and a poodle named Fred. Sheamus is tall, has red hair, and a face full of freckles. Sheamus has curly hair like Fred, and Fred sleeps on Sheamus's bed. Today is Tuesday. The sun shines in through Sheamus' window. Sheamus scowls. Fred licks Sheamus' face. Fred growls. Sheamus does not want to get up. Last night, Sheamus went to bed early, but he had trouble sleeping. When Sheamus wakes up, he will have a big day. In fact, he will have the biggest of days, because Sheamus will go to the hospital. Sheamus' daddy wakes him up early. Time to get up, buddy, Daddy says. But I'm tired, Sheamus replies. But today's a big day, Daddy states with a grin. Today we get to go to the hospital. But I don't want to go to the hospital, Sheamus cries. I'm scared. Daddy pauses briefly. Sheamus, buddy, the hospital is a place where people go to get better. No, exclaims Sheamus. I'm staying right here in my bed with my truck that revs and my dog, Fred. Daddy looks at Sheamus with a smile. Well, I guess you won't get to see the surprise. A surprise? What kind of a surprise, shouts Sheamus as he runs his hand through his curly hair. I can't tell you, buddy. If I told you, it wouldn't be a surprise. Now, would it? Daddy responds. Please, pretty please, begs Sheamus. Can't you tell me anything? Okay, Daddy utters, but you can't tell anyone that you're going to a magical hospital. Sheamus jumps out of his big boy bed, picks up his truck that revs, and looks excitedly at Fred. A magical hospital, exclaims Sheamus. That's right, buddy, Daddy says with delight. Only special boys get to go to this hospital. Sheamus looks at his daddy and asks, Can you tell me about it? Of course, responds Daddy. Today you're going to the horizontal hospital. Sheamus sits on his daddy's lap. What's a horizontal hospital? I'm glad you asked, Daddy tells him as he strokes his curly hair. Let me tell you all about it. Daddy grabs a notebook and begins to draw. Most hospitals are vertical. They stand up straight and have many floors, but this hospital is horizontal. It stays close to the ground and has many doors. Each door has something special inside. Would you like me to tell you about each one, Daddy asks. Yes, please, Sheamus replies. Daddy takes the notebook paper and draws a square. The first room starts with an H because people greet you with hello. And if you're lucky, you might get a sticker from a nice fellow. Make sure to say thank you as you pass through the door because there are so many more rooms to explore. Daddy next draws a circle. The next room begins with an O because people watch you and observe. People called nurses make sure you're feeling the way you deserve. When you exit this room, they'll give you a gown and will make sure you don't even frown. The next picture Daddy draws is a triangle. When you go to the room that begins with an S, you will meet with the doctor who will give you a shot. Sheamus squirms as he says, but Daddy, don't shots hurt a lot? It would only hurt briefly when you do get the shot, but afterwards, the doctors are going to give you a lollipop. Sheamus grabs a crayon and draws a rectangle. Daddy, does the next room look like this? Yes, exclaims Daddy, and it starts with a P, and it has lots of people to keep you pain-free. The nurses and doctors will make sure you sleep so that you can rest and don't hear a peep. Sheamus turns the notebook to a fresh new page, and Daddy draws a rhombus. The next room begins with an I for a special sake. Why, asks Daddy? Because, buddy, I'll be there when you wake. When you open your eyes, you will likely see flowers or maybe even toys with all kinds of powers. Daddy next draws an oval. After you leave the room where you slept, they'll take you to a room that starts with a T. The nurses in this room will take care of your every need. Will you come with me, Daddy? Sheamus asks with a sigh. Of course, son. You are always on my mind. Daddy next draws a star. Daddy, with what letter does the next room begin? An A, little buddy, Daddy responds, because this is the room where you go far beyond. In this room, the doctors and nurses will tell you goodbye. In fact, some may miss you so much, they will cry. Daddy draws one last symbol, a heart. The last room you will be in starts with an L, since this is the room that you leave when you're well. In fact, the nice fellow will offer a wave because you were so brave. Wow, says Sheamus, beaming with delight. I get to go to the horizontal hospital? Yes, son, you do, but before we can go, you need to get dressed and put on your shoes. Sheamus bravely leaves the house. He says goodbye to his big boy bed, his truck that rubs, and his poodle named Fred. Daddy drives Sheamus to the hospital. Sheamus sees the square room with an H, and people say hello. And Sheamus is lucky. He gets a sticker from the nice fellow. When Sheamus enters the hospital, he feels a small fright. But after listening to his daddy's story, he knows he will be all right. My little buddy Sheamus, you're the strongest guy I know, and I love you.